So many people these days think that if they keep their nose to the grindstone and they work at their day job every day, that they're going to find financial freedom. This really is not true. Being poor is a choice. It's not your employer's responsibility to make you financially free. If you want to find financial freedom in your life, nobody is going to make that happen for you or your family except for yourself. In today's video, we're going to look at what I think you need to fix if you want to find financial freedom. We're going to look at the mindset and the actions that you need to be taking if you want to become financially free and find independence. Hi, my name's Harry, and I help small business owners, entrepreneurs, and marketing agency owners grow their brands and hopefully find financial freedom by doing better marketing. I do this by teaching you the tips and tricks that I've learned from being a professional digital marketer for the past 7 years. I started a marketing agency, scaled it, sold it. Now I teach people just like you how to grow their brands using the marketing techniques that I learned and used the last 7 years. Subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time a new video drops from Harry Stanley 3 that might help you grow your brand through better marketing or life tips that I've learned the hard way. Also, you can download a free copy of my ebook in the description below to learn from the 10 biggest, most expensive mistakes that I made whenever I started my marketing and design agency. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first reason why you are choosing it is a self-conscious choice to make yourself financially poor is because you are spending as much or more money than you are making every single month. I know so many people that are caught in this trap. Whenever you get a raise at your job or your side hustle starts making good money, instead of looking for ways to spend that money and buy a new car, buy a new backpack, buy new electronics, why don't you take that money and look at ways to invest it? Can you reinvest it back into your side hustle business? Can you reinvest it into real estate? Can you reinvest it into your stock market portfolio at Edward Jones or another financial brokerage? You can, but so many people are making the active decision to spend the extra money that they make. Whenever they see an increase, their spending sees an increase. And this is exactly what they want to do to keep you poor. They want you in this mindset. Whenever you get stuck in this trap, you are constantly playing catch up against yourself. And then once you start throwing credit cards into the mix on top of that, everything gets even more complicated. Whenever you have loans, student loans, house, mortgage, car loans, and credit cards, then you're really getting into a deep hole that's very hard to get out of. Instead of looking at every pay increase, whenever you see more money coming in and looking for ways to spend it, why don't you try to look to see what you can do with this money that came in that is going to multiply it, that's going to grow your financial wealth, your personal wealth, your real estate. Look for ways to invest this increase of money that you have instead of look for ways to spend it. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to bring you financial freedom is yourself and your investments and your businesses that you've built up, not your day job. Unless your day job pays you like $400,000, $800,000 a year or something, pretty healthy like that, then you could find financial freedom in just a couple of years. But for the rest of us that don't have that luxury, spending what you make is not the way to do it. Another mindset shift that you have to have if you want to find financial freedom is you need to put your heart and your soul into what you are doing every single day. You can't just be an NPC on autopilot, going through the motions every single day, working a job that you hate, you do mediocre performance, you never see pay increases, you don't have a side hustle, you're not chasing something bigger. That is going to keep you behind. You will be pulling yourself down. People who are passionate about what they do typically go a whole lot farther than people who are not passionate about what they do and who hate what they do every day. Put your heart into your work and focus on making a difference in the lives of people that you interact with at work. Whether it's customers, coworkers, or you have a side hustle, a side gig, a side business that you've started, focus on enriching those people's lives. Find passion in what you do and success will follow. Another really serious problem I have seen so many people around me do is settle. Settling is basically where you've decided, you know what, I'm content. I don't need to better myself. I don't need to continually push myself to the next level, make myself better as an individual, better as an entrepreneur, better as a Christian, better as whatever. Settling is where you decide that you are not going to move any further than where you're at. You're not constantly trying to improve. You're not trying to achieve that next level of success in your professional development and financial development. Many people end up working a job they hate it, but they're okay because it pays their bills. And that's all that they need. They think to themselves, I'm happy. I'm content. I have my bills paid. Is that really what happiness looks like having your bills paid? No, not long-term happiness. The reality of a lot of these people that settle is that they're barely making enough money to pay their bills every month. I've seen people work jobs that they hate for over 5 years just because they settled. If you settle, then you are never going to achieve financial freedom. You need to be constantly pushing yourself, striving for new heights every single day. You need to take your blinders off from your day job and see, what is the big picture here? What am I really chasing? What am I after? Where do I want to be 15 years from now? Is what I'm doing today at this day job, is this going to help me get there? Or should I be doing something else in addition to this to help me achieve my goals, financial and success? If you can't numerically say, yes, this is going to get me to where I need to be 15 years from now, then you need a change. Stop settling and constantly push yourself towards new levels of success. Now, from my own experience, with big risk potentially comes big reward, potentially, or big failure. That's how risk works. What I've seen a lot of people do, though, is make the mistake of being so afraid that they don't want to take any risks in their life. They just want to do one thing for 45 years and then retire at the age of 65, whenever 69, whenever they can't even really enjoy the fruits of their labor because they're old. They can't do anything. They can't go skydiving. They can't go on trips all the time because it's hard for them to get around. If you don't want to get stuck in the trap for 45 years, then maybe you need to consider taking some risks. The biggest risk that I took was whenever I quit. I had closed on a house, a mortgage, had a wife, had a baby, and a week later, I quit my job because I hated it. It was not getting me to where I needed to be. It was not developing me as a professional marketer. It was not going to get me on the path to any type of freedom. So after a week of closing on a house, and I started my marketing agency, I took it full time. It was just a side hustle up until now. And I decided I was going to find a way to make this work. And my wife wasn't even working. She was a stay-at-home mom. This was the biggest risk I have ever taken in my life so far. But the past 3.5 years have been an absolute whirlwind, the craziest journey that I have ever been on in my life so far, financially, emotionally, everything. But I was able to grow a business, scale it, and sell it by the age of 26. And now I work a corporate job that there are many people in the professional space that would be very envious of, all by the age of 26. So I took massive risks, very massive risks, sometimes a little bit uneducated in my risks, but they had a massive payout, which is I'm many steps closer to achieving personal financial freedom than I was before, because I was willing to take the risk and work on my own time instead of someone else's time. If you live your life by playing it safe every single day, you're gonna miss out on a lot of opportunities, just like I would have missed out if I wouldn't have done what I did and taken the risks that I have. But whenever it comes to taking risks, don't just take blind risks like I did. You need to take calculated risks. Calculate, what is my biggest possible chance of failure? What is the worst case scenario that could happen to me? And also calculate, what's the potential reward here? Financially, calculate what are your rewards and what's the risk of failure? How much is it going to cost you? And see if this risk is a good risk for you to take for your future and your financial freedom. Whether it's a side hustle, your day job, a full-time business that you run, you need to be giving this your all every single day. Another big issue I've seen many people struggle with is hanging around people that pull them down instead of build them up. You need people that are going to build you up and hold you accountable for what you're doing every single day. Because your true friends that want you to truly succeed in life are not going to encourage you to do things that are going to hurt you financially and hurt your financial future. My mom used to say to me hundreds of times growing up, you are who you hang around. If you hang around people who don't have lofty goals or ambitions, or who are passionate about what they do, then the odds are you're probably not going to be passionate about what you do or achieve any goal for that matter, because you aren't hanging around the right people that are pushing you to better yourself, striving for that next level of success. Is it time for you to evaluate your friend group and who you're giving your time to every week? Focus hanging around people who make you a better version of yourself. Look for people who share similar goals or who have achieved a level of success much higher than yours. You can work together to better yourselves and grow and move in the same direction towards success. Your true friends will hold you accountable for what you're doing every single day, and they will not allow you to accept mediocrity. Another reason why you could be poor, unless you choose to make this decision, is to take advice from people who have already achieved the level of success that you are after. Taking financial advice on how to grow your wealth from people who have never grown their wealth is a terrible idea. Taking surgical advice from a surgeon who has never actually performed a surgery is a bad idea. There are so many college professors these days that give you advice on how to start a business, business, how to grow, how to become financially independent, but they're not financially independent and they've never even owned a business or ran a business or sold a business or any for that matter. So you really need to reconsider, who are you getting advice from to help you achieve this level of success that you're after? Everyone is willing to give advice, but uneducated advice is bad advice. Seek advice from people who have already achieved the level of success that you are after. And the last biggest reason why you might not achieve financial freedom and why you could be poor is because you do not have a mentor. If someone already achieved the level of success that you're after, do you think it'd be helpful if they shared their secrets and pitfalls and things that you could learn along your journey? Yes, it would be helpful. Having a mentor that has achieved the level of success that you are after will be a massive game changer on your journey. They could save you years of work, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars in mistakes that they made on their own and help you achieve that level of success much quicker than what you could do on your own, learning all those lessons the hard way yourself. Now, a lot of really good mentors won't even charge you any money because they've reached this level of success that they don't need your money. They would just help you to help you. It's the good thing to do. If you could help somebody else in need and not expect anything in return from them, that's just being a good person. That's doing good in the world for other people. And a lot of mentors are like that. So don't feel like you have to pay a ton of money. Like one guy who's mentoring me is a really good family friend and very successful real estate investor. And he's given me so much good advice this past year on the things that I was doing and running my business and whenever I sold my business. And what am I doing with all this money that's coming in? Am I investing it properly? Am I giving back to God and to others that are in need? What am I doing? Am I looking to make the lives of other people better? Mentors that have achieved the level of success that you are after can greatly help you along your journey and make things happen much quicker if you're getting advice from the right people. And one more amazing thing about mentors is that they will hold you accountable for your actions. If you say, I'm going to achieve this goal, they'll check in with you, or you should be checking in with them and hold yourself accountable to your mentor. They will be willing to do that and help you. If you implement the concepts in this video that I covered, then I believe that you will be one step closer to achieving financial freedom and choosing not to be poor for the rest of your life. At the end of the day, in my opinion, being poor, it really is a choice. And I am going to choose not to be poor by doing everything I mentioned in this video. Are you going to do the same? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell if you want to get more truth bombs dropped on you just like this. Follow me on Instagram at HarryStanley3 and feel free to ask me any questions that you have and maybe I could help you on your journey. I'll see you in the next one. Harry Stanley 3 out.